Welcome to lesson class number 2 of the Master Key System. This is Dr. Lieven speaking to you for the VIP team. And in this lesson, we're going to do a similar format like before. We're going to listen first to the paragraphs. We're actually going to do not 5, but 6 paragraphs. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, because 11 belongs with that group. And we're going to listen to it in the regular recording of the full chapter. We're going to then dig in, chop it up, come to understand it, see what's really there, see what he's really saying, and then we're going to listen to it again. And that will complete lesson 2. So first, let's go ahead and listen to the first listening of paragraph 6 to 11. There is a world within, a world of thought and feeling and power, of light and life and beauty. And although invisible, its forces are mighty. The world within is governed by mind. When we discover this world, we shall find the solution for every problem, the cause for every effect. And since the world within is subject to our control, all laws of power and possession are also within our control. The world without is a reflection of the world within. What appears without is what has been found within. In the world within may be found infinite wisdom, infinite power, infinite supply of all that is necessary, waiting for unfoldment, development, and expression. If we recognize these potentialities in the world within, they will take form in the world without. Harmony in the world within will be reflected in the world without by harmonious conditions, agreeable surroundings, the best of everything. It is the foundation of health and a necessary essential to all greatness, all power, all attainment, all achievement, and all success. Harmony in the world within means the ability to control our thoughts, to determine for ourselves how any experience is to affect us. Harmony in the world within results in optimism and affluence. Affluence within results into affluence without. Good. So, let's see what really is being said here. It begins with, there is a world within. It is a world of thought and of feeling and of power and of light and of life and of beauty. And although invisible, its forces are mighty. Okay. Invisible. Why? Because we're talking about the world within. And often when things are invisible, we tend to believe they're not powerful. We may even believe they're not real. But ask yourself the question, electricity. Have you ever seen it with your eyes? No, you've seen the expression of electricity through the machines and the light bulbs and all the things that electricity can do. But electricity is invisible. Yet electricity is very real. and is actually also very powerful. So is the world within you. It is invisible, but it is a world of thought, a world of feeling, a world of power, a world of light, a world of life and of beauty. And even though they're invisible, the forces of these elements are very mighty. Your world inside of you is very mighty. The world within is governed by mind. When we discover this world, we shall find the solution for every problem, the cause for every effect, and since the world within is subject to our control, all laws of power and possession are also within our control. So that's a long paragraph. Let's chop it up into its parts and come to understand it completely. The world within is governed by mind. So whatever is happening on the inside of you is under control of your mind. And when you discover this, when you become aware of this world on your inside, this world of your mind, you automatically will find the solution for every problem. He doesn't say for a problem, but for every problem, the solution is to be found within. In addition, for every effect in your life, every result in your life, you will find the cause. And since that world within you is subject to your control, that means that all the laws of power and possession are also within your control. Anything of power, anything of possession is within your control because you have control over that world within, over your mind. This next paragraph is a blockbuster paragraph. Let's first read it. The world without is a reflection of the world within. What appears without is what has been found within. In the world within may be found infinite wisdom, infinite power, infinite supply of all that is necessary, waiting for unfoldment, development, and expression. Okay, why is this paragraph so powerful? Let's go back to the beginning of it. The world without. Now, the world without is the world on the outside, as contrast to within, the world on the inside. So the world without, the world in the outside, is a reflection, is a mirror image of the world inside of you, the world within. Now, the part that I'm going to share now is an invitation given by one of the wise men who lived and who is asking the question, would you like to know, would you really like to know what truly is happening, what is inside of you, what is in the innermost parts within yourself? Now, before I give you his answer, please be kind to yourself when you think about this, when you ponder about this. Don't use this on somebody else. This is purely for your own use, and don't use guilt, don't use blame, just purely use it as a revelation, because this is very powerful. So the wise man said, would you like to know what is inside of you? Would you like to know what you are really like on the inside at the moment? And the answer he gave is, just open your eyes and look around yourself. In other words, look in your life today and see. Because everything you see is a reflection, a mirror image of what is inside of you. Again, this may be a moment that you want to pause and let that one sink in, or at least take some time at some point to do that. The world without, the world on the outside, is a reflection of the world within, because what appears without has been found within. In the world within may be found infinite wisdom, infinite power, infinite supply. Infinite power, infinite wisdom, infinite supply. Supply of what? Of all that is necessary. You do not lack anything. All that is necessary is inside there. In infinite supply, with infinite power and with infinite wisdom. And it's waiting there for unfoldment, development, and expression. And the three words really all mean the same deal. When a paper is folded, if you want to reveal what's on that paper, you will unfold it. When something is in an envelope, you will take it out of the envelope and you will de-envelope it, develop, and you will bring it to expression, to outward shining. It's all sitting there within yourself, within that world inside of you. When we become aware, when we become cognate, knowing, recognize, when we recognize these potentialities that are in that world within, they will take form in the world without. And right there, take form, that is, make into reality, give them shape, make them real. The things that are on the inside, your capacity to make them reality in your world outside of yourself. Now there is conditions. Harmony in the world within will be reflected in the world without by harmonious conditions. Kind of makes sense, right? If it's a mirror image, if you want harmonious conditions on the outside, that you will allow harmonious thoughts to dwell into your mind, because harmonious thoughts in your world within will be reflected as harmonious conditions on the outside. Agreeable surroundings are also the result of harmony within, harmonious thoughts. Agreeable surroundings. Actually, it will bring the best of everything. It is the foundation, the fundament of health and all necessary essentials to all greatness, all power, all attainment, all achievement, and all success. In the library of the things we want in life, that probably defines just about all of them, right? Health and the necessary essentials to any level of greatness you want, any level of power you want, any level of achievement, acquisition, attainment that you want, and any level of success you want. Harmony in the world within means the ability to control our thoughts and to determine for ourselves how any experience is to affect us. So, in addition, harmonious conditions on the inside, harmonious thoughts in the world within, lead to our ability, our capacity to control our thoughts. Take complete governing control of your thoughts, and in doing so gives you the capacity to determine for yourself how any experience is affecting you. Now, I would like to insert an example here, and this class format really is not to go into practical application yet, because we figure first we need understanding, then we need application. But I want to give it as an example to let you know that this is definitely not just theoretical study, that this has and will have in your life very practical application. So to determine for ourselves how any experience is to affect us. And he is doing this in the context of harmony within, to be able to either maintain that or reestablish that, and doing that through the ability to control our thoughts. So imagine for a moment the example or a situation in your life where you've lost a good friend, whether it's a friend who's passed on or a relationship that somehow terminated or evaporated. It may be a bankruptcy where you lost a business where you tried hard, but nevertheless it turned into failure. Maybe it's because you tried to earn money on the internet and you failed at that. Maybe it's a car accident. Well, in each of the examples, you can see where no doubt we would feel a loss and therefore a pain with that loss. And we might be upset, we might be angry, we may feel sadness, which in no way, shape or form is Charles Haanel saying that you shouldn't feel these things. It is normal as human beings when we've lost somebody that we feel that loss and that we feel the sadness that comes with that. If a business, if we've tried hard and it goes into bankruptcy, it is normal that we'd be upset and frustrated and maybe feel sad or lack of, be afraid. Or if we have a car accident, that we may wonder, how am I going to be able to replace this? All the emotions are very human emotions, but as he is saying here, we need to learn to determine how any experience, even the painful ones, is going to affect us. Now, why is that so important when we speak about loss of a friend? Naturally, that loss, if we got stuck in it, if we stayed with that emotion, it would eventually create more loss. And the least thing we'd want is to lose more. If we lost a business, we wouldn't want to lose even more in our life, would we? If we had a car accident, we wouldn't want to attract more accidents. So it is all about determining how it's going to affect us, and the way to do this is through re-establishing harmony within. And you do that through controlling your thoughts. It's very important to know that feelings are the result of thoughts. Yes, feelings are the result of thoughts. So first comes thoughts, then follow the feelings. If you have sad feelings, it's because originally there was sad thoughts. So it is totally normal to feel these feelings, but there is a point where we need to make a decision to not stay in those feelings, because obviously we do not want more sadness or we do not want more loss. So in your ability to control your thoughts, you will be able to re-establish harmony in that world within, and that is because you want to influence the effect of how you're experiencing a particular situation in your life. So by changing at a particular point, when you have allowed yourself to feel the sad feelings, that you can say, okay, now what would I rather feel instead? Well, I would like to have feelings of peace again. I would like to have happy feelings again. And in the beginning, you may even feel guilty allowing that, because you kind of feel you may still need to mourn the loss for a while. Take your time to feel the loss, and then you will choose, you will determine how it will affect you, that experience. Perhaps it will empower you to now have extra reason to establish that happiness and actually be stronger in your happiness. Because often it is said that to the extent that you've allowed yourself to experience sadness, is to that depth you will be experiencing new heights, new levels of happiness, gratitude, etc. So I wanted to insert that example here. And as I indicated, we're going to add one more paragraph, paragraph 11, because it fits together with this world within and the harmonious conditions, the harmonious level of mind. So, 11. Harmony in the world within results in optimism and affluence. Affluence within results into affluence without. So, harmony in the world within results in optimism and affluence. Optimism, very positive, very constructive, optimal condition. And affluence. Affluence is similar to influence. It's the capacity to govern, the capacity to make things happen. And when you have that affluence within, affluence on your inside, in your mind, it will automatically result into you becoming affluent, influential in the world without, in the world on your outside. And this right here completes the dissection or the class evaluation of paragraph 6 through 11, which makes up class number 2 of the Master Key System, chapter 1. Now go ahead and listen once again, and hopefully now with more insight. Keep playing the recording over and over until the first listening and the second listening, which you're going to do in just a moment here, are equally clear. Then you know that you got it. There is a world within, a world of thought and feeling and power, of light and life and beauty. And although invisible, its forces are mighty. The world within is governed by mind. When we discover this world, we shall find the solution for every problem, the cause for every effect. And since the world within is subject to our control, all laws of power and possession are also within our control. The world without is a reflection of the world within. What appears without is what has been found within. In the world within may be found infinite wisdom, infinite power, infinite supply of all that is necessary, waiting for unfoldment, development, and expression. If we recognize these potentialities in the world within, they will take form in the world without. Harmony in the world within will be reflected in the world without by harmonious conditions, agreeable surroundings, the best of everything. It is the foundation of health and a necessary essential to all greatness, all power, all attainment, all achievement, and all success. Harmony in the world within means the ability to control our thoughts, to determine for ourselves how any experience is to affect us. Harmony in the world within results in optimism and affluence. Affluence within results into affluence without. Great. Now you have listened the second time. I hope the second time gave you more insight of what is happening, what is being expressed in these 6 paragraphs. as suggested, keep listening to these 6 paragraphs until the first listening and the second listening are almost identical. This completes class number 2 of the Master Key System, Chapter 1, paragraph 6 through 11. Congratulations. We will meet you next in class number 3 as of paragraph number 12. Thank you.